In the past 2 decades, many landscape programs have built laboratories with machinery and a lab culture as research and education infrastructure. This phenomenon mirrors the recent development in landscape theory that prioritizes dynamic landscape processes and ecological evolution over static forms. Landscapes are imagined to evolve with recursive and process-based strategies over time instead of as a one-time construction. Our research contributes to this body of work in theory and practice by presenting the design, construction, and preliminary testing of the ecological laboratory for urban agriculture, or ELUA. We reflect on the ramifications of our work for landscape design and argue for a new research paradigm where AI and robotics become an integral part of evolving ecosystems. ELUA has 2 sites within the Spitzer School of Architecture at City College of New York, an outdoor garden on the rooftop and an indoor garden in a communal area near the landscape studios. The outdoor garden focuses on urban agriculture. The indoor garden is used for education, prototype research, and experimental development. Both ELUA robots are from FarmBot, a California-based firm that designs and markets open-source commercial gardening robots and develops web-based applications for users to interface with those robots. These are gantry robots that operate in 3 dimensions and employ interchangeable toolheads to rake soil, plant seeds, water plants, and weed. FarmBots are highly customizable. Users can design and replace most parts to suit their individual needs. For ELUA, we have designed and 3D printed our own watering nozzles, seeders, seed troughs, and other customized parts like a camera mount. ELUA's rooftop robot has 2-meter tracks from a third-party vendor tailored to the spatial parameters of its site. They replace FarmBot's original 1.5-meter robot tracks. And to install the tracks on the I-beams on the rooftop, we designed and built our own joints. We developed planters made with standard milk crates lined with a layer of geofabric. This modular approach provides flexibility to the entire rooftop design and installation. The 5-foot by 5-foot structural frames are custom-built with 10-foot, 16-gauge steel drywall studs and tracks, cut to size and assembled on site with L-shaped corner clips. The structural frames fit between 2 I-beams and support milk crate planters or wooden planting boxes. The indoor system consists of a black pipe armature for the robot and mobile garden beds, instead of gantry tracks fixed directly onto the garden beds as suggested by FarmBot. This armature design allows us to remove and replace mobile garden beds if needed without deconstructing the entire gantry. Each FarmBot includes a camera that photographs the garden with software to roughly stitch the images together. We installed a second, more powerful AI camera to perform more advanced computer vision tasks. We have used this AI camera and developed seamless image stitching for 2-dimensional area views that are more accurate and more visually appealing. Initially, the user described the garden's content to a FarmBot as a simple placement of plants from the provided plant dictionary on a garden map, a 2-dimensional grid visualized by the FarmBot web app. FarmBot stores the location of each plant as a data point, or XY, on the garden map. Other emerging plants, if detected by the camera, are treated uniformly as weeds that should be managed by the robot. Some weeds, however, such as dandelion purslane, are edible. Others, such as red clover, can fix nitrogen and support soil health. We expect that these species could play important roles in an urban polyculture garden and increase urban biodiversity and resilience. Thus, we intend to process images from the AI camera with deep learning models to detect such opportunistic species, record their locations in the garden map, and have the robot cultivate all welcome but unanticipated plants. In addition to the FarmBot armature, our gardens are designed to benefit from additional sensors. We have incorporated an array of capacitive soil moisture sensors connected to a microcontroller with a Wi-Fi module. AI is pervasive in this research. In ELUA, the AI camera we added processes images with OpenCV, an open-source computer vision and machine learning software library. Machine learning and AI can also be used with multimodal sensory data. We also plan to conduct reinforcement learning experiments in the future to allow the robot to come up with its own strategies to cultivate the garden. In the fall of 2022, we planted herbs on the rooftop and lettuce and herbs in the indoor garden to learn and test the basic functions of the robots. Most importantly, we use ELUA as a platform to connect with many groups who are interested in urban agriculture. We received 4 cubic yards of clean soil from the NYC Clean Soil Bank, and 40 bags, roughly 1 cubic meter of compost from the NYC Composting Project hosted by Big Reuse. In return, we took the big reuse crews to tour ELUA and hope to maintain this relationship. We learned about our soil mix for rooftop farming from experts in the NYC Department of Parks and Recreation. We have participated in the City College workforce training programs, demonstrating urban agriculture innovation to future urban farmers. Despite ELUA's practical focus on urban food production, it is also a thought experiment that challenges landscape architects' conventional view on agency and intelligence. We want to formulate a theory that questions how the environment is conceived and constructed. To some extent, ELUA offers a glimpse into an ecosystem of computerized ecology where the relationship between human and plants is deeply mediated and, at the same time, enabled by sensors, controllers, computer hardware, layers of computer code, and online servers. From a post-humanist perspective, intelligence should be viewed as an emergent epiphenomenon arising from the interactions of an assemblage of actors: humans, AI agents, animals, and plants. This framing sheds light on a new landscape design paradigm based on a co-evolution among biotic and abiotic agents. We could allow AI systems and plant and animal agents to co-evolve and create novel ecosystems that inspire us with new methods to construct the landscape. In this new landscape design paradigm, AI agents would no longer simply model human behavior under human control. Instead, they would become co-creators among human and non-human actors. They could offer novel approaches and long-term cultivation strategies that humans can learn from and use to adapt to the changing climate. ELUA is a physical demonstration of this new paradigm of landscape design. It provides empirical evidence that collaboration among AI agents and other human and non-human actors is within reach.